We missed 25 things in the Genshin Luna 7 trailer and Snezhnaya preview. According to Cat with Blue Hat, let's watch this together, see what we missed, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on everything as we go through it as per usual. Let's go.
And how can we be sure that the Seven, who wield authority over the world, will not be corrupted?
We can't. Pantalone, we can't. We have seen examples of gods getting corrupted in Teyvat. Bro, if my theory ends up coming true, my original theory, which is that Asmodee was actually pretty good, and then all the redness on her is just corruption, and Dainsleif's voice line at the end of the Teyvat chapter storyline preview, where he's like, show me you are worthier than I to rescue her, is actually talking about freaking Asmodee, I'ma lose my mind. However, when it comes to the Archons, they are surprisingly resilient. I believe the Archon War existed to select gods. That had the strongest will against corruption. That's an interesting thought, actually. The Archon War was there to select gods that were the most resistant to corrosion or corruption. I kind of like that idea, actually. Ruka Devada resisted the corruption in Irminsul for 500 years. In the end, it even cost her her existence, but she never faltered. However, what if Dottore were to directly corrupt a god with forbidden knowledge? Directly corrupt a... Excuse you. This is exactly what he did at the end of version 3.2. I guess technically, right? He shared dark truths with Nahida in exchange for her gnosis at the time. Yeah, that is true. And now, in Luna 7, those truths finally corrupted Nahida. Is it just me, or do... I said this in the frickin' livestream, bro. I don't know what it is. She looks more dull than usual. Less contrasted, I think is the right term. I don't know. You know, like when a plant's dying and it goes like, instead of green, it goes like a tinged brown? Yeah, wilted. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's looking kind of wilted. You can also see that... Okay. I have not pre-watched. I said this yesterday, bro. I said this yesterday. God damn it. You can also see the leaf on her head turning yellow due to this corruption. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. Sorry, my bad. I'll just let the video goddamn play. It's honestly terrifying knowing just how far ahead Dottore always plans. These unique leyline blossoms that look like Dottore also have the red smoke effect that is seen in the Withering. Oh, I didn't notice that. It's highly likely that Dottore will be using forbidden knowledge in his plans with Irminsul. In fact, based on the design we see in the trailer, there is a good chance that this is not Dottore at all. His pitch black body is very similar to Roland's body we saw before. True, and Capitano's actually. So just like Roland, this Dottore is also an abyssal being now. However, because of Dottore's unique tolerance to forbidden knowledge, this Abyssal Dottore might even be what he aimed to become from the start. Oh, you know what else I just noticed about this, which is very cool, actually? Even the earring, like the vile earring, has got red growing in it. That's really cool, dude. I vibe with that. I didn't even notice that. That's really cool. Cool design detail. Goddamn. Very cool. Unlike others who become abyssal puppets, for example, Dottore can easily stay the same thanks to his madness tolerance. This is why he let himself die in Luna 4 to enter the ley lines and corrupt them with forbidden knowledge. Ooh, okay, so what we're saying here is maybe he didn't corrupt the ley lines all the way back in Sumeru by infecting Irminsul, but he allowed his segment, the Omega variant, to die in Luna 4 so that the forbidden knowledge that died with him was absorbed into the ley lines, which would then by proxy corrupt the ley lines and Irminsul, huh? Interesting. Okay, I vibe with that. I'm following along. The best part is that he gets to use the memories of all his deleted segments in one body. As you know, forbidden knowledge can be used to modify Irminsul to bring things into existence that should not exist.
Everything in Teyvat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Teyvat to appear.
We know this, yeah.
Is tantamount to
Okay.
to an extent.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
Interesting. By infusing his memories with forbidden knowledge, he can now influence Irminsul to change reality. But here's the thing, though. If he's gonna burn Irminsul, then what good is that gonna do if he's just replacing it with his own Irminsul tree? I can't imagine he just changes the current Irminsul. I have to imagine he completely destroys it, gets rid of it, and then makes his own, right? Interesting. We'll have to see. In this way, he will be able to rewrite his own fate. I recommend watching this video for the full explanation. That video was a banger, by the way. We also did a reaction to this one yesterday, and it was very, very good. So, yes.
You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Him being an abyssal entity also explains why he can use the attacks of other gods. It does, from the mimicking, as everything recorded in the Irminsul is his to use. We've seen this ability before in Tenebrous Papilla, who can transform into other bosses. I mean, and also the weekly Natlan boss, the Pyro Sovereign, right? It's not actually the Pyro Sovereign, it's a freaking abyssal embodiment of it using the ley lines, so... in this scene, Nahida is standing in front of the mausoleum of King Deshret. You bet your ass she is, bro. We're getting more Deshret lore. Let's go. You can see the two obelisks at the back that match this location. Maybe she will trigger some King Deshret technology? Maybe she'll revive him from the dead and we can finally ask him everything that we wanted to ask him all this goddamn time, and then Jet suddenly gets a voice and she's like, yo, homie, what's up? Long time no see. Actually, I don't even know. I don't think she's ever seen him, technically. The mysterious sandstorm atop this structure is also something that was never explained. True. And also, dude... Sorry to get off topic here a little bit, but they made the reward for one of the best world quests in Genshin getting rid of one of the coolest aspects of the desert. This freaking sandstorm atop the pyramid looked awesome, bro, and then they just got rid of it by the end of the goddamn quest, and it looked terrible afterwards. I hate it. Perhaps Nahida's actions will be related to Aru's shut and this artificial sandstorm. Aru's shut? What is that? The viewpoint talks of it containing the shreds of a grand dream. I always kind of just assumed that was the golden slumber. It makes sense, right? The golden slumber, the grand dream. It sounds like the same thing. I assumed it was what we witnessed in the golden slumber questline, where they go into that kind of the separate area that we had to escape out of as well. With Dottore influencing Irminsul, we'll likely be dealing with dreams again in Sumeru. Kole also dreamed of the Irminsul burning as well. I am convinced now, and I said this again yesterday, that this dream and the dream that we saw in the Fatui trailer is the same dream. I think that dream was just a foreshadowing for us, the viewer, and I think it's actually just happening now. I don't think it happened back in Sumeru. I think it's happening now. Another thing to consider is what will happen if Dottore really does burn the Irminsul. My god, bro, my throat. During the Aranara quest, we defeated the Marana that corrupted the Vasara tree. In the end, the tree was destroyed. And it was Arama who offered his life and memories to become the new Vasara tree. Oh my god, bro, imagine. The Irminsul gets destroyed. Nahida offers herself to become the new Vasara tree. She's a branch of the goddamn Irminsul. She becomes the new Irminsul tree. That's why we hear Naberius, the shade of life. And she's like, until we meet again. Think about it. Offering memories to grow and heal things is a very recurring theme throughout Sumeru. The same thing happened when we healed Apep the Dendro Dragon.
Till we meet again, Lord of Dendro.
Naberius! This line is important because it is spoken by none other than Naberius, the ruler of life.
I am the shimmering light that glows from the eyes of the Creator.
This line is from the Scroll of Streaming Song, which is a book in Genshin, by the way. Arnold taught us this yesterday, and was the greeting Nabu Malikata used in the first meeting with Rukkhadevata. I think it was Arnold, actually. Maybe it was Kat still. Nabu Malikata eventually created Kvarena, which she gave to Rukkhadevata to resist Abyss in the Cataclysm. This, combined with the Hydro Archon Agiria's remains during Cataclysm, created the Harvest. The most important part of this is that it can make Amrita, which can be used to cleanse the Abyss. And in the trailer, we can see Nahida using this Amrita as well. Oh my god, she actually is doing it, bro, imagine.
There will come a day when we reclaim this world for ourselves.
This is Apep, the Dendro Dragon, who's also involved in this quest. This creates the possibility of Apep sacrificing herself to create the new Irminsul. Don't let it be Apep, bro, unless the Irminsul's gonna look like a dragon, bro. Don't let it be Apep, no, because they're gonna reclaim the world for themselves. Let them come to fruition and grow, spread their wings and fly across the firmament. Ah, man. If Apep does it, she may even regain her lost Dendro authority in the process. Just like how Neuvillette regained his Hydro authority.
To the heavenly principles, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Yeah. It looks like the existing system enforced by the heavenly principles for when the Irminsul fails will trigger something that will prioritize Teyvat. This could mean causing collateral damage to Sumeru in the process, since the nation exists atop the tree. So we might be working with Nahida to save Sumeru when Irminsul fails. And this is where another Harbinger might get involved to help Sumeru.
These degenerate rulers lost control over their nation, and with it, the right to occupy that exalted seat.
Our mystery man, definitely not Pantalone, wearing a hoodie, by the way, might say this line near the end of this quest. I actually think it's 3 Pulcinellas in a trench coat, bro. I do. His voice line also suggests that the Dendro Archon's throne could be destroyed by the end of this quest. In this scene, you can see Apep at the entrance of the mausoleum of King Deshret as well, just like Nahida. What's interesting is that the entrance to the mausoleum was created by Jinn of the Desert. Now wait, listen, hear me out here. You'll remember how King Deshret died, right? How he ceased to be. What if, in this quest, it's simply a case of Nahida infiltrating Apep's dreams and telling Apep that she's got indigestion and needs to come to her to throw up? And then Apep comes here to the mausoleum of King Deshret, relieves herself of the indigestion, throws up a fully intact, still remaining, still breathing and living. It's not going to happen, is it? Listen, I just want Deshret back, bro. I just want Deshret back. I'm sorry. What's interesting is that the entrance to the mausoleum was created by Jinn of the Desert. This was in exchange for Deshret building them the city of the Moon Maiden, Ikanum. And now we see the Jinns attacking humans in the trailer as well. These Jinns, bro, they've always been racist. If you look at Deshret's technology, you'll notice it uses the same colors as the Irminsul.
Connect to Safi Shatranj.
Every chess piece here signifies all the important locations Deshret built in the desert. His civilization was tied to dreams as well. Bro, how crazy would it be if Deshret was a freaking Dottore? Can you imagine? The main quest of the desert is also titled Golden Slumber. Yet many of Deshret's secrets were never revealed. Just look at this primary piece. Doesn't this look like the branches of Irminsul under the pyramids? I guess I could see it for sure. It kind of looks like roots. There's just not many. And they don't look specifically root-esque, I think. They look more like stone. But maybe that's my brain tricking me because everything else is made of freaking stone, you know? Maybe. Hopefully Luna 7 will expose more of his secrets as well. God, I hope so. Deshret's one of my favorite characters in the whole game.
Principles rule with wisdom or folly?
Or folly? This is certainly an interesting question if we consider the Heavenly Principles' actions so far. Sleeping? They terraformed Teyvat and created humans, but they have also sent down celestial nails that have killed many. However, everything they've done has always been to oppose the Abyss. The transformation of Teyvat itself was to create a world that can survive against the Abyss. They sent down celestial nails to stop the Abyss. They set a predetermined fate to contain everybody from the Abyss. However, they are not exactly perfect, as we can see with Natlan and Conriar. Additionally, the nature of the Abyss originates from the unrealized fates. Yes, unchosen fates. So in a way, the Heavenly Principles has also worsened the Abyss threat to Teyvat. That is true. I would say that it was a complicated problem to solve from the start. So I'm looking forward to Dottore's solution for all of this.
The situation in Sumeru is as described above. It is time to eliminate the remaining poison Dottore has left in Mondstadt.
Yeah, this looks to be Lowen's story quest, which takes place after the latest Orcon quest. Bro is a freaking psychopath, by the way. Look at this dude. Bro poisons his blade. What is he even poisoning it with? It looks like we'll be visiting one of Dottore's early laboratories in Mondstadt. Oh, I'm so excited. The Snezhnaya teaser also shows the traveler walking inside the train. In the background, you can also see what appears to be wrecks of some kind. Yeah, it looks like old train carts or something. Maybe they are ships that could once sail in the frozen lake, or that would also make sense, actually, true. This one looks like a wreckage of the train itself. That's what I'm saying, old carriages. Maybe this is how the damaged train parts are scattered across the map. Based on how the traveler disappeared, perhaps this train connects to an alternate dimension. This scene looks like a completely different location from the last teaser. Dude, if Arnold was right, bro, and this place is just not freaking real, it's a separate... I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. There'd be no way, though. People would say... But, like, there's plenty of other regular people from freaking Snezhnaya, but no way. Perhaps this is the Fatui fortress of Glupov. This seems like a new playable character from Snezhnaya. I have a question for y'all. Nothing to do with lore here, but just in general. What do y'all think of this design that we can see? It's not much, to be fair, but what do you think of, like, the clothing choice and stuff? 4-star, that's my bet. I also would assume 4-star, to be fair. I would. I love it. Cool. Love it. It's cute. Mid, to be honest. Sino ripoff. Fucking Sino? I don't know where the hell you got that from. I think it looks cute, but it caught me off guard for the first Snezhnaya character that we saw. It kind of reminds me of a chicken. It reminds me of a chicken, so I don't really know how to feel about it. It doesn't get me overly hyped compared to, like, previous characters that we've seen, for sure, but it's interesting. I'm curious to see what the personality type is going to be, for sure. Yeah, also, I did notice this. Also seems to have an electro vision. So another thing here is, it looks to be a Fatui vision, right? I mean, we've seen Fatui visions before. What if we haven't seen Fatui visions before? What if Fatui don't necessarily have separate visions? What if it is just Snezhnayan visions, bro? What if that's just a regular Snezhnayan case? Yeah, based on his design, probably a 4-star character. The weapon he's holding could be one of the new craftable weapon series of Snezhnaya. It's also nice to see that we'll be unlocking the Traveler's Cryo element as soon as we enter Snezhnaya. Yes, that is nice, to be honest. Honestly, it was kind of a nice change of pace to unlock it later, but I do think it's cool to unlock it first and then have elements of the environment being able to be manipulated by the elements as well, for sure. For sure. If that's the case, why is Auroran's vision silver? Well, I'm not talking about the color. There's quite a few other characters that have silver vision. I'm talking about the casing, like the actual design of the casing. This specific animation seems to be for the burst as well. At first glance, it looks like a deployable field like the Dendro burst. Yes, it does. You can also see a mark appear on the enemy after deploying the burst. I do wonder... Dude, I wonder what this is going to be like. It's very star-orientated, I'm realizing, the symbols. Very. The enemy looks like he has a humanoid wolf body. This is a bit too much of electro for something that is cryo. Yeah, I said it looks like frozen lightning strikes, quite literally. Perhaps the two elements are closely linked in Snezhnaya. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Coincidentally, we have seen the Winegrass reaction in 5.6's Imaginarium Theater. Yeah, indeed. At the time, it involved Dendro, Cryo, Electro, and created thorns. The animations we see in this preview are very similar to that as well. Yeah, they're very cool. The interesting part is that these three elements were the only ones that are not associated with any of the 4 shades. Oh, damn! Wait, that's actually kind of a cool fucking takeaway from that, considering Snezhnaya is very much... Oh, I mean, the Saritra especially. Oh, that's cool. I did not realize that. Pyro was for Renova, Hydro for Tiberius, Animo for Easteroth, and Geo for Asmodee. So now we can say that Dendro, Cryo, and Electro are all linked to the Heavenly Principles. This topic definitely deserves a separate video in detail. We also get to see the Cryo statue with a 7. True, dude, true. Looking closer, you can see that she has long ears, just like Nahida. You gotta look very closely and fix your vision, because even 2020 ain't enough for this shit, bro. Maybe this confirms that the Tsaritsa is also a Fae, just like Linnea and Flynn's. Judging from the size, she seems to have the medium lady model. But it could also be of the tall lady or new model type entirely. I think it'd be cool to have a new model type. She's also holding what appears to be a wand in her right hand or a scepter. The most interesting part of this teaser is the alternate dimension. True! You know what else is really cool about this, though, and I only really picked up on this earlier on today? It's these symbols, bro. It's these freaking symbols. Look, we also got a cube. We got what looks to be an hourglass. We got what looks to be a cross. This could also be representing the shades, could it not? And then a star as well. Could it not? We got the X for freaking... I was thinking like Renova, the cube for... I mean, the rest are obvious, to be fair, but I don't know. It's just three very specific, or four, I guess, very... Oh, it's actually 5. Technically, I guess this could be the Traveler. The symbol's got to be something. I'm just curious what. We could also see this substance inside the train. We've seen this substance in the Colors of Emptiness quest series of Not Cry. Goddamn, dude, it's all gonna come together. The Kuhenki isn't particularly pleased with me stepping into it. No, it's not. In one of these quests, we also flew over a massive structure, which is theorized to be the Lunar Palace. So it is nice to see that we finally learn what this dimension is in Snezhnaya. Oh, true, I forgot about this, actually. I did forget about that. Then we see the Traveler with a cryo gun. The dev said that the gun and outfit is something the Tsaritsa will give us. Wait, when the fuck they say that? Wait, when the fuck did they say the Tsaritsa's gonna give it to us? I heavily assumed this gun was gonna be something that maybe we get from the spaceship or something we make ourselves based on this. They didn't? Okay, I'm just checking. We saw the skins during the behind... Is the skin? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the skin is given to us, but the weapon itself, the gun doesn't look like other Snezhnaya weaponry. I would assume this is what we get ourselves. It looks very either inspired or Traveler inspired. I'm getting the twit log already. So seeing the Traveler shoot a Fatui soldier is confusing. I just hope we're allowed to wear this outfit outside this special dimension. Ether, 10th of the Fatui Harbingers. Good video, bro. Good video. God damn. Cat always cooks, bro. Cat always cooks. I feel like that was more of a recap. I mean, it was 25 things you missed. I don't think I missed too much, but it was very nice to go over that stuff. Go watch the video, chat.